Coming off of a season in which the Browns have just 2 wins and another 2-game losing streak, I was again asking for Shadeur Sanders, and with Dillon Gabriel leaving in the second quarter at halftime with an injury, the football world got to see their wish, and Shadeur played his first snaps with the Browns. However, it was a disaster. But what was even worse than Shadeur's play was the news that Stefanski hadn't given him any first-team reps or really an opportunity to come out there and succeed. And it's not complicated for me. I saw this coming the whole way, and I'm yet again asking, Kevin Stefanski is still not fired? Part 2. All right, on our first play of the game, I mean, we just got to shout him out, man. Fun facts about this one before we get into it. 3-3, right? So it's a 3-3 game. Dillon Gabriel's still in there, not doing much. And Lamar, even though he ends up with 2 interceptions, he doesn't have a pick yet at this point of the game. Wasn't great, but you know what I mean? Wasn't awful. Wasn't looking terrible yet. However, we got to show this because look at what this guy does. I mean, nothing else matters. You got this guy motioning. All right, cool. They're going to motion. They're trying to run like a PA fake, so they fake the run. They're going to have Lamar back to pass. It is a lot of guys on the line of scrimmage, but they got a lot of guys protecting as well. So a lot of defenders, everyone kind of in the box, and they're trying to set up a deep shot play. But, again, this guy leads the league in sacks, coming in with 11, got 4 this game. And just look at what he does to this poor guy, bro. Just watch this, guys. This is truly unbelievable stuff, man. So they snap it, right? You got the motion. He's moving out a little bit, snapping it. That guy's running out. He's sprinting out to try to block him. He's engaged, right? Or maybe get some help. Maybe just, I don't know, try to push him. But what happens? 74, man. I mean, on his knees, and then his front. Just a completely violent push, right? And Lamar, he's looking down the field. He's looking here. He's like, maybe I'll go there. But, this guy's kind of back here. He's trying to go through reads. Not seeing the destruction headed for his path. Mr. X, the number 1, the best pass rusher in the league. And, I mean, Myles Garrett just absolutely. I mean, this whole thing is just violent, right? He actually gets slowed down a little bit. Lamar trying to look for something to get rid of the ball, and then he is about to get, I mean, my goodness, just absolutely just slammed into the ground. Myles Garrett, a dog, 4 sacks. Wish we could talk about him more. It's too bad we got to go into this dumb coach and what he did with Shadeur. Because in trying to avoid distractions, I suppose, he's now created a huge firestorm. But Myles Garrett is playing unbelievable football, and he just does it week in, week out as the best pass rusher in the NFL. All right, so here we go in our second play of the game. Fun facts, here we go. The Browns are up at this point 16-10. Ravens offense, we saw what Myles Garrett did to him. He just continued to do that all game. Other guys flying. They actually got a pick 6 at this game at this point. But Dillon Gabriel out. Shadeur Sanders in. Gabriel, I believe he had a concussion at halftime, left never to return. And Shadeur will be starting next week. So here we go. This is his second pass of the game. It came right after a hold. So it's a 2nd and long. And what you're going to see is Shadeur, he's looking this way. You're going to get a little out here and then a deep kind of cut out over here. And that's the attempt. But what Shadeur doesn't do, he just does not make a very good throw on this football. Trying to throw it out here. Instead, we'll see what happens. But you know what I mean? There's a lot going on this play. Now, as part of this, because I don't know, he doesn't play with these guys, maybe, but you see it. I mean, just hit right up the middle there, and we'll detail why that happened. He's probably trying to throw here. He might be trying to throw here to Judy, but more than likely he's trying to throw out here where there's an opening. Ball sails because he gets absolutely clobbered right there up the middle, and then the ball flutters out, is picked off. Not great. Shadeur this game, not great. 4 for 16 out there. We will detail why that happened. There are some very plausible reasons, but Shadeur, not good, not what you want to have. Nate Wiggins ends up getting the pick by his lonesome over here. Maybe that was to Judy, and Judy just didn't outcut. Judy be a lazy route runner. Doesn't really catch the ball either. And that pick put them in good position. Now, luckily, the Browns defense ended up getting a stop, but for Shadeur, that is just something that can't happen. However, we do want to look at a different angle here because what's happening up front was crazy. And, I mean, this is a good job by the Ravens. You have a young quarterback who's playing his first game, doesn't even get to practice with the team, and you get Hamilton coming in here. This guy actually fades back, but what Hamilton does is he creates a stunt, and that's how you get that hit up the middle, and that's why Shadeur never really had a chance to really see it and let the ball go out there. Because, I mean, he just is getting absolutely, obliterated right here. Like, he's getting cooked. And not really what you want to see, you know what I mean, if you're Shadeur out there. But a bad pick, not great stuff. He got smoked, and just an unfortunate play. So for Shadeur, I mean, on the day, not great, and now you get this late situation. You're down 23-16, 2-minute situation, right? 2 minutes to go. You got to let the ball go. You got to throw it down the field. You got to see it, trust it, believe it. But really what's happening here is maybe now in this situation he's just getting some simplified plays, some easier plays, some plays that actually knows how to run. Not saying Shadeur doesn't know how to run plays, but that they just don't call him. And what you're going to see actually here is a little under route here, and then Fanning come over. And I mean, the throw that Shadeur makes on this one, this is why we wanted to see Shadeur in the game, bro. It's this literal throw, this reason, something that Dylan Gabriel just can't give you. With just the arm strength, the accuracy. And I mean, that guy barely gets out, but he does get out enough. You see these guys come up just a little bit, focused on this underneath route, and then that creates an opening here. But Shadeur on time, on target. He actually has protection this time. They don't all out blitz him. And he just throws a laser beam. Now he's wide open. Got to hit that throw, but he does hit it. Big throw, 25 yards. That is what we wanted to see from Shadeur coming into the game. However, you see Fanning. That's what Fanning wanted to see. Late in the drive, I actually think what Shadeur did too. He gave his guys chances to make plays. They just couldn't come up with them late in the stretch, trying to tie the game up. And Shadeur, I think, got more comfortable as the game went on. But he started off extremely rough, only threw 4 of 16. Not at all what you want to see, and that interception. Almost threw another one. So for sure, not the start that we wanted to see with him out there. However, I think it's fair to put a solid amount of blame on Stefanski, and we will get into why. What is up, Dog Pound, Browns fans, and NFL fans at large? Welcome to the Lumia Sports Podcast. Thank you guys for coming through. Check out some of the things on our channel. We have videos that release to you guys every single day. We have YouTube lives in which me and Tony El Tigre will do predictions for each game throughout the week. And we also do playlists going through individual teams, going through their reviews and our previews. So check out some of these playlists. Some of our other vids. Throw us a sub and a like. It really helps us grow the channel. And I'm appreciate you guys watching. Now back to the episode. All right, Browns fans, it is not all bad, at least right now. As we look at the Tankathon, you have the number 3 pick in the draft. That's great. You know what I mean? Just behind Tennessee and the Giants. And even if we go a little bit further, you know what I mean? You see this Jacksonville pick. That's at 19. So that's really what you want to see. Pick 19 over here and the 3rd pick in the draft. Although right now I think with Shadeur, you definitely want to find out what we have. Kevin Stefanski wasn't interested, but I think we should find out just because now you know in next year's draft what you should get. Should you get a quarterback? Should you get some skill, talent? So those are going to be really the questions going forward for this Browns team. But obviously season over. But at least, I mean, honestly, you kind of win either way, right? You lose these games. Your pick goes up. You win. Maybe you see Shadeur have some fun. So that's what you got to look forward to right now as the Browns. All right, guys, you know what time it is. It is time for our comment of the day. We scour our comment section and we look for the best comment from the last Browns preview or review. And this time, nothing heard from the dog pound. No woofs, just whimpers. So get in there, Browns fans. Make your voice heard. We love to hear from you guys. And if you have the best comment on this one, we will shout you out on the next Browns review video. I just think from the beginning, just Dylan Gabriel being in at the start of the game was just ridiculous. I mean, like, what are we doing here? He's clearly just a career backup at best. So not seeing that, and I mean, just the first half of the game, I'm on snooze. I'm like falling asleep over here. I'm like, come on, man, because I knew Shadeur played. I'm like, when does he play? All that being said, the calls are pretty awful. They're pretty bad. They had a muffed punt. They only get 3 points. I mean, just there's no creativity to the Stefanski offense, so not great. And I still think Shadeur is better. I don't care about these little drag routes that Gabriel's hitting on 3rd and 9 to get 2 yards where everyone's booing. I want to see you go out there and try to make some plays, dude. You know, so that was that. And obviously, though, the big news with the Browns was the report that Stefanski said that Shadeur wasn't out there for the first team at all throughout this entire season so far. He's not been given a chance. We knew he wasn't going to be given a chance. I really wish I had released a video, but for some reason, Shadeur, he said he wanted to be on the Browns. I mean, probably because he thought it was his best chance to start, you'd have to think. Turned down the Eagles and the Ravens to do it. All that aside, someone wants to be on the Browns. And only the Browns, and we obviously have only Stefanski and Andrew Berry could find a huge negative with that. We saw your faces. We saw your faces. You didn't want them there. You haven't wanted them there for whatever reason. What distraction is this causing? Your team's 2-7. That's distracting. You know what the 2-7 record is distracting from? Myles Garrett and how unbelievable he's been, how unbelievable this defense has been all year, and trying to fight through every dumb game that you go out there and you throw Flacco, where, no offense, Flacco, but without Jamar and T. Higgins, we even saw yesterday with them what you are. Dylan Gabriel, I mean, come on, bro. Come on, bro. And just like not giving Shadeur, even preparing him for the opportunity to play so you can at least see what you have is just ridiculous. And he looked out there, and I rarely feel bad for professional athletes. I felt bad for Shadeur because he just wanted to be there so he could get the opportunity to play, but then he's in the game, and you could see how frustrated he is because you know what he looked like? He's still a young guy. He's still a kid. He looked like a kid who didn't have the answers for the test and had to take the test, except he had to take it on national TV in front of everyone. He had never played with these guys. I mean, I'm sure he knew the plays maybe, but like he wasn't comfortable out there, and you're throwing him in that situation because you didn't prepare him, and you could just see it on his face. That is my issue. That, like, Shadeur had moments where he's like, all right, he wanted to be excited, but he's like, I have to be now a certain way because this coach is, sorry, Mom, a dick. And, I mean, I actually think 16-yard scrim, he actually looked faster than Gabriel, or at least more decisive in running the ball. I didn't expect that because in college, Gabriel was the better runner, but Shadeur was making decisions. He was out. He was running. He was actually making some things happen with his legs. And throwing-wise, he was definitely inaccurate, but he looked frustrated, didn't look comfortable. Like we said, they kept going to him on the sideline. He looked like despondent, right? Like not upset. I wouldn't quite go sad, but he just looked like, I don't know what's going on. Like maybe it was more of like a pained look, right? Like, man, like I just want to go out here and I want to win games and I want to be good at football. And all season he hasn't been given that opportunity. I think that's why he was silent. He didn't want to bring out like, well, I mean, it'd be great if I was able to at least work with the first team guys, like if I could throw a pass to Judy or to Fanning or these guys. Now, again, it's on you. Maybe try to find them after practice. I don't know, do extra stuff to get yourself ready. But I just think, like, I mean, that's what, like, is what it is. we're going to see. He's going to be in practice this week before they play the Raiders. He's already been named the starter, so we'll see if that makes any difference. I do think Shadeur is better than Gabriel. I don't care about the – I just think that he gives you more of an explosive shot. But again, the pick, though, they got bailed on the pick. Pick terrible. But, I mean, you felt the energy in the crowd. I just think, like, wow, like, you know what I mean? Like, the crowd was booing Gabriel. They wanted Shadeur in. And Stefanski just, I don't know what it is, man. He just, he didn't even want to give him a shot. He doesn't want him on the roster. Now here he is. Now he has to play him, so we'll see how this goes. But, you know, I feel bad for him, but he chose this. He did choose this situation. One thing he's got to get better at for sure. I mean, tough for any young quarterback, but the Ravens were just sending wild blitzes at him. Really the same one, double-A gap with Kyle Hamilton over your center, and then having him just create disruption. So that was tough for them to deal with. And it just sucks because, again, Myles Garrett had 4 sacks this game. Myles Garrett in that defense were trying so hard to win this game, and you could argue Shadeur cooked them to some degree by not being able to move the ball. I'll put it more on Stefanski only because, well, again, he never really got the opportunity to practice with those guys. And as a rookie, you kind of want some of that. So, I mean, we'll see. Schwessinger's been great. Garrett's been great. Bush got a pick 6 out there. Like, the defense was fighting. They looked very impressive as they have all year. It just doesn't matter. But at least going forward, you know, whether he likes them or doesn't like them, at least in this next game, we'll get to see what Shadeur really has. I will be eyes on, locked on to Browns, Raiders, and excited to see what Shadeur can give us. Disappointing that he hadn't had a chance to, you know what I mean, that his debut didn't go obviously how he wanted, and how fans of football, I want Shadeur to play well how I wanted. But let's see what he does going forward. I mean, this team stinks. So, only path, Shadeur having some fun out there. And we're going to see what they do against the Raiders, Shadeur in the lineup, and what the plan is for the Browns going forward. Because Stefanski shouldn't be there too much longer from how he's handled this entire thing, because it's pretty ridiculous. I can't lie that he never gave Shadeur a fighting chance to see if he was actually better than Dillon Gabriel. I guess now we'll see, but he's 10 weeks behind now, and we'll see how it looks going forward. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please watch some of the other videos on the site. I've created a playlist with each and every football team, and every week we will be going over those games. I'm really loving this, enjoying it, and hoping you guys are as well. Of course, like, subscribe, and if anyone wants to sponsor, we're looking for Lumia Sports Productions is looking for sponsors. Shout us out. We will shout you out during the video. Thank you guys again for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy.